Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. Immorality, no less than morality, has at all times found support in religion. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. Everywhere I go I find a poet has been there before me. Smoking is indispensable if one has nothing to kiss. Everyone owes nature a death. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Human life should not be considered as the proper material for wild experiments. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. In the depths of my heart I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. No, our science is no illusion. But an illusion it would be to suppose that what science cannot give us we can get elsewhere. The madman is a dreamer awake. Religion is an illusion and it derives its strength from the fact that it falls in with our instinctual desires. He does not believe that does not live according to his belief. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. Beauty has no obvious use, nor is there any clear cultural necessity for it. Yet civilization could not do without it. The intention that man should be happy is not in the plan of creation. What progress we are making! In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Loneliness and darkness have just robbed me of my valuables. The more the fruits of knowledge become accessible to men, the more widespread is the decline of religious belief. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. The creative writer does the same as the child at play. He creates a world of fantasy which he takes very seriously. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs his conduct in the world. My love is something valuable to me which I ought not to throw away without reflection. Poets are masters of us ordinary men, in knowledge of the mind, because they drink at streams which we have not yet made accessible to science. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. The ego is not master in its own house. Men are strong so long as they represent a strong idea. They become powerless when they oppose it. I had thought about cocaine in a kind of daydream. There are no mistakes. Public self is a conditioned construct of the inner psychological self. Where questions of religion are concerned, people are guilty of every possible sort of dishonesty and intellectual misdemeanor. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. Words and magic were in the beginning one and the same thing, and even today words retain much of their magical power. Where such men love they have no desire, and where they desire they cannot love. He who knows how to wait need make no concessions. I never want to belong to any club that would have someone like me as a member. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. Analogies, it is true, decide nothing, but they can make one feel more at home. When a love relationship is at its height, there is no room left for any interest in the environment. A pair of lovers are sufficient to themselves.